signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the 2019 NFL Draft, who the Redskins got, how we feel about it, this, much more. Hi, Aaron and John.
What's up?
Yo, what's up, John?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Excellent.
Welcome to Harry Hog Football, episode numero
467.
467,
467.
in which we talk about the draft.
Yeah, man.
And,
We talk around our two first round picks that we suddenly came upon after I went to bed.
we came upon.
I went to bed before the first pick, and then I woke up and I was like, wait, how did we get two picks?
Yeah, dude, I didn't know about the second pick until the next morning. I was like,
Yeah.
I got home, I was watching, the analysis of the first pick, and then I was like, oh man, I was watching on NBC Sports Network Washington, and it was already into whoever the third show is after the pick. I don't even remember who the dudes were. It might have been Grant.
It might have been, I don't know. Was he like, because that's Grant.
No, he was actually on the floor in Nashville. But anyway, I turned it off, and the next morning I'm like, dude, we got the guy that I was kind of hoping we might get with our first pick.
At the Montez Sweat.
Yeah, dude. Interesting draft. Be interesting to see what you guys think about the pick in the chat room. Shout out to Chris J in the UK.
Hey, Chris J.
What is it, midnight 30 there?
Yeah, midnight 17.
Midnight 17? He's optimistic. The Redskins always win the draft.
Yeah, well, no, I don't know about that. It seems like every team always wins the draft, but in this case, at least looking at the first three rounds, we kind of killed it. I mean, we had our first round pick. We had a quarterback fall to our mitts, the quarterback from Ohio State. I don't know anything about him. Too bad we don't have Josh on here because he loves Ohio State. I'm sure he could tell us all about that guy.
Dwayne Haskins Jr.
The third.
We always
He's
get a
new
suffix
guy.
quarterback. Every time we get a quarterback in the first round, we get a suffix quarterback.
Suffix. Well, this guy is really hoping that he'll get to wear number 7 for the Washington Redskins.
I don't know about that, dude.
I don't know about that either. They need. I saw this morning on the Junkies when I was watching this before I went to work. Why do the Redskins only have one retired number? 33. 33.
You tell
me. Number 7, the number of our first quarterback ever to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
81, 28, 40, 44, 43, 42.
There's a bunch
what do you
of
want?
Maybe they're afraid if they retire them that eventually there won't be enough numbers.
The team's been around since 1932. We've got enough numbers. We need to retire these guys.
I know. We could
this
make
whole
people wear
33 thing is
R if they need to.
38R. Don't worry, they're not going to make the team anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't understand that whole retiring numbers or unofficially retiring them.
They just need to retire these guys.
I have one of the Twitters down below that was talking about how, they need to retire it. I don't care what Joe Theismann says. Of course he's going to be cordial about it, but he's like, dude, I can't believe this kid wants to wear my number. It's weak.
It was kind of like when Jason Campbell, Jay Smooth, when he wore 17. Doug Williams, the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
He shouldn't be.
I just think that's weird. He could wear 16. He could wear 18. Those numbers are not in the canon of Redskins lore.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't make much sense to me.
Everyone on this podcast that listens to this podcast knows that my favorite player of all time is number 81, Art Monk. If anyone ever were to even begin to think about wearing his number, I'd be pretty livid.
Oh, I'd be lit.
Remember how hard we fought to get him in the Hall of Fame?
Remember how hard we fought Dix?
Remember Fort Dix? Chris J in the UK, what is Haskins like? Well, here's what I've seen from the film.
He's
short
kind of a
film
local
study.
boy for the area.
Yeah, he
For
is a
number
local
one.
boy, which I like that. I like
Yeah.
that whole thing. I like the fact that they say he studies film a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
I saw a session where he was talking to a pundit about breaking down some plays, and he seemed pretty smart in that regard. I
Yeah.
like that. I watched some of his highlights. At all of his highlights, it's hard to tell anything because everyone's like college wide open that he's throwing it to. But
Yeah.
I did notice
Oh, yeah.
on some of the deep balls, he has a tendency to underthrow, which I don't like. And it looks to me kind of like he's like almost pushing the ball,
Like pushing his ball with his emotion.
like pushing it instead of coming over and throwing it and flicking it. So it seems kind of like to me like there's never like a tight spiral. This is just from me watching, some highlight videos on YouTube. So I could be completely off, but
I watched a few Ohio State games during the year, just Saturday football. I can't say he stood out any more than anybody else in college, honestly.
yeah,
I don't really know what to say about the guy. It seems like he might be good. It's good that he fell right in our laps. It gives us a cheap quarterback to go forward since Alex Smith is hobbled
yep.
and will probably always be.
We didn't trade up is the thing I like.
We didn't trade up. Colt McCoy has had three surgeries since he broke his leg.
Yeah.
He's still got a cast on like as of last week when we were at the draft. So that's not good.
Yeah, dude. Look at our roster. All right, the only way we could get a quarterback was to get one in the draft, and I think we did about as best we could because think about it. We're already paying a quarterback $80 million that's sitting on a bed somewhere watching TV.
That's a lot of money.
You know what I mean?
So expensive. But it's just like the curse of the Redskins, I guess.
Yeah. So it's the curse of Joe Theismann's leg.
I guess.
Two guys with broken legs. All right. So
And we got Case. We got Case Keenum. He's. I don't know. I believe strongly. I believe more in Case Keenum than many Redskins fans, but I don't expect him to be like a superstar. I just thought he was going to be good coming out of Houston, like the college, not the Texans.
Yeah.
When he came out, just give him a few years to some guys will come in and they'll be ready to go right away, and then some guys it takes a couple of years. I don't know. He's all right. I think he's definitely better than Colt McCoy right now with his damn hobbled leg.
Yeah. But the Haskins guy, some other things that I do like about him is that he is a sturdy fellow. He's not
like that.
He's not RG3 teeny and he's a pocket passer, which I have now done with any kind of running quarterback experiments. In my opinion, you have to be a pocket passer to make it in this
Got to be
league.
a pocket passer to make it in the NFL. That's what I've said like ever.
I think this Haskins dude's obviously makes pretty good decisions if his touchdown to interception ratio last year was 50-8.
Yeah.
I do
Did
his
they win their bowl
delivery.
game?
Herzing's
even
talking
remember.
about it in here. His delivery's weird. It's got like this weird pushing, like
Yeah.
it's like he's not following through all the way or something. And he's a strong dude, but maybe the quarterbacks coaches can help fix that.
Maybe that's just his motion. Sometimes that happens. Like guys get kind of a weird motion.
Yeah, he doesn't have a tight spiral though. I know that.
Yeah. I definitely don't expect him to expect the ball 70 yards down the field. He probably could, but do you know where it's going to go? No.
Yeah. I need to see some more. I need to see some more foot. I just gonna want to go watch some games of him playing because the highlight reels, they only pick the best plays.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that they got this. What's his face? Terry.
That wide
McLaurin.
receiver guy.
And everyone's saying that he's like a locker room leader type guy.
Sweet. Good. We need guys like that. All we got, especially at wide receiver, we got Josh. I don't even know what to say about him. He's. I don't expect him to get any better at this point. Doxson. I don't know this guy Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin. All right. I think it's really good. Number one, that we got a wide receiver from the same school that Haskins went to, so they already have a rapport. They'll be on the same page right away. I would hope.
Yeah. This guy's gonna be good. I think
he'll be pretty good.
Let's see. He had 35. Hold on. He improved his stats every year in Columbus. He was a 4-year guy.
Okay, yeah.
In 2018, 35 receptions for 700 yards.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. 700 yards on 35.
I kind of remember that with Ohio State was, just watching random games. They'd be going along and they'd be like, 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, and then it'd be like 3rd and 7, and they go like for 60 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah. Dude averaged 20 yards per catch.
Yeah. So it sounds like he could be like the deep threat that we've been working on for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I was trying to see like his stature. Like I don't see what his physique. What are those? His physical attributes list.
Terry McLaurin is 6 foot tall, 208 pounds, 23 years old. He's 23 already. He's a rookie. Old. It is for a rookie though.
They say he's a good locker room guy. And I'm excited about him.
It sounds like he's all around like a really good guy to have. So locker room's great and everything. I want him to produce on the field because what do we have at wide receiver right now? Quinn. Yeah,
I've heard that. I've heard the same thing about Haskins too. Like he's a smart dude and he's not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a studier. Studies the playbooks
and like you said, he's 6'3", 231. He's definitely not a twig.
Yeah.
He's ready to get in there. So
6'3",
231.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's only 21 years old. So
yeah. Now there's one thing that I don't like from just watching highlights, and you're not going to hear this on any other news outlet. Remember one of the things that we hated most about Chip Kelly, the coach of the Eagles?
The fact they would go.
Yep.
A lot.
He's a lip licker, dude, and so is Haskins.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, Michael Vick used to do that. Michael Vick used to have a tube of chapstick up in his helmet that he would pull out and put it on, like in the huddles and stuff.
He's a lip licker. I mean, there's something about that. It just makes me want to apply chapstick, and I don't know if I can handle watching so many games with him.
Well, he's gonna have his helmet on all the time, so it doesn't matter.
All right, so you'll see it like this. That looks foul, dude. Okay, let's see what's going on in the peanut gallery. Is the $80 million paid by insurance or the team? Beats me. It's not my money. I know that. But aren't
That's a good question. I don't know if that is. I don't know if they have an answer for that yet because we don't know if he's ever going to quote unquote come back.
Does he?
I don't think he's coming back.
But how much is he against our cap space? It's a lot, isn't it?
It's like 20 million, something. That's 20-something million this year. But I mean, it really hamstrung us. It hamstrung us to trade for him in the first place.
Dude, I don't think season-ending injuries should count against you in cap space. That's not fair. If they're not playing, why is it counting against you in cap space?
Because he's, allegedly going to come back.
Well, then it should count against us when he comes back.
Supposedly, allegedly.
Talk amongst yourself. I'm going to shut the dogs down. They're down there yelling, barking.
Shut up, dogs.
Talk amongst the peanut gallery.
See, my dog is right back here. She's quiet. Aaron's dogs are like two little like Totos running around. It's like dark Toto and light colored Toto, and they run around. It's like two Totos, Toto, and then one of them's named Henri. I can't remember what the other one's name is. They're very friendly. Yeah, I mean Haskins. He looks like someone that can take a hit in the NFL, which is the most important thing of all. Like if you've got a quarterback who looks like he can take a hit, unlike RG3, I think you're going to be okay. We just got to figure out if he can actually throw it to like NFL wide receivers.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Lost. Yeah. David Herzing's asking about Sweat. I think Montez Sweat is going to be really good. He's super fast. He's 6'6".
That's a weird deal because he went to the combine and some doctor said he had an enlarged heart. Now, I can speak on this pretty much from experience. They don't know if you have an enlarged heart until they like run a line up through a vein into your heart, through your neck or through your groin to take a look at your heart from the inside. So I don't know if they did that or not, or if someone was just like, you have an enlarged heart because you have a big heart.
They said something about the thickness of the wall of the heart.
That's what it is. The thickness of the walls start to the walls of the heart start to thicken up and get like more solid, so they don't beat as hard. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? And so, that's one of the things you think about. You look at the guy and you're just like, there's no way that guy's got a heart trouble at all. So, and they said that he got checked out by another doctor, and they were just like, you're fine. You just have a big heart. So, I don't know. I didn't draft him, but I think he's going to be pretty good unless he dies of a heart attack right on the field. That would really suck. That would be so Redskins.
He does have kind of an odd body for edge defensive end / linebacker.
Odd body Sweat.
I mean, he's tall, dude, and he ran like a 4.40 as a defensive end.
He's faster than like a lot of the defensive backs were at the combine. He's super fast.
Yeah. So
when I saw that the next morning, I was like, this looks like a really, really good deal if his heart is okay. And they say his heart's fine. So
I mean, and that's like a lot of our deals. Like if you look at our 4th round pick, this Bryce Love, dude.
Bryce Love, from Stanford.
He was second in the running for the Heisman Trophy in 2017.
I think it was 2017.
17, and then he had an injury.
He got he injured his ACL on the very last play of last year.
Yeah, so if we may have gotten a deal with him too, if he can come back completely from that ACL.
Again, that dude, but that's so Redskins. We always go for like, it's not like the Patriots feel like we're drafting this guy and this guy and this guy or something like that. The Redskins are like, we're going to draft this guy. He might have leprosy, but we're going to check him out. We'll go ahead and get him, and we'll see how he does. We're going to get this guy, but he's got like 2 fake knees. But we're going to check him out just to see how he does. The Redskins do this all the time.
Yeah, I know.
They're always looking for like injured guys.
Like deals. It's like they're in the bargain bin.
Yeah.
It's like the bin at the grocery store where they put the produce that has a bruise on it, and you can get it for like 12 cents. Like this banana has a bruise on it. It's 12 cents. Or it expires tomorrow.
Right.
12 cents.
It's like the what do they call that? Like the bread store, like the what was that? Do you remember that like on Bonnie Road?
Yes. Like the Wonder Bread store?
It was like a Wonder Bread store, but everything there, and you would have like Hostess lemon pies and stuff like that, but they're all like expired, like right then, like the day you're there, you're just like, this is expired. I don't want to get this now.
Dude, I would go there. I would get like those little apple pies that were in like the half moon shape.
Yeah.
For like 12 cents. I'd be like, yes. Anyway, yeah, I mean, we do that. But I mean, if you think about it, we kind of have to do that stuff and take gambles because, well, we keep having the worst luck ever.
Because we're the Redskins.
We have worst luck, and then the stupid collusion thing didn't help.
That collusion thing was about the worst thing that we've had. I mean, the RG3 thing was just a terrible trade in the first place, but that collusion thing the day before free agency was awful, and that really cost Mike Shanahan his job.
Yeah. Chris J has an interesting point. We gambled with Reuben Foster, and that paid off so far.
It paid off so far, but he hasn't played for us yet.
Yeah.
And so we'll see how he does because he was good, but he wasn't great in San Francisco. So we got to see how that goes.
Yeah, but
Man,
we
if
needed
you're-
somebody because we had Zach Brown leaving, and he for some reason last year he really dropped off on his speed. He used to be
It's 'cause he got
so
paid.
fast.
It's
Yeah,
'cause
he
he
got
got
paid.
paid.
He was so
we
fast to the
still-
sideline, and last year he was not.
We still have that other dude. What's his name?
Mason Foster.
Mason Foster.
We got Foster and Foster in
Foster.
the middle. You're not going to know which one's which. The middle of our linebackers are Foster and Foster.
And of course, the Redskins have Foster and Foster in the linebacker. Foster and Foster PLC. Dun, dun.
Yeah, I mean, we're always doing those gambles. But if you look at the highlights of that Bryce Love dude, he's super fast.
That dude's
and
good.
shifty
That dude
like
is good,
Chris
man.
Thompson.
That man, and I said that to you. I actually texted you about that. I was like, I wonder if the Redskins are starting to think that Chris Thompson is kind of maybe has hit the roof of his playing career, possibly. I think the Redskins drafted Bryce Love because he was the best guy available at that time in the 4th round.
Yeah.
But I
If
mean,
his
Chris
injury
Thompson is
okay.
getting more and more injured every year, so he may not have much left. Honestly,
Maybe they're like, so now listen to this. On our roster, we've got 2 quarterbacks with broken legs. We've got 2 running backs with torn ACLs. Well, 3 if you include Chris Thompson.
yeah, truly.
All of our dudes at the skill positions.
And we don't have any wide receivers because we lost Jamison Crowder. He went to the Jets. Jets suck.
Well, Paul Richardson's coming back. I'm excited about that. They said he played for 7 weeks last year, injured before he got shut down,
He was injured like in the first week of training camp,
and
and
played
he
with a
played
broken
through like half the
collarbone.
season. Yeah,
So that
That's
dude's
pretty,
tough. And if
pretty
that
tough.
explains why he didn't produce last year and he can come back strong this year, so that might be a solid receiver. Him, McLaurin, and Quinn.
Quinn, and what Mo Harris.
And we got this other dude in the later round that was supposed to be picked earlier. What's his name? Kelvin Harmon?
Is that guy from? No, that's the guy from. I've got the whole thing. Like right here, I'm looking at Bryce Love, 4th round. Then we got
Yeah,
we
Kelvin
got those
Harmon.
2 offensive linemen. Let me run through the selections.
Okay.
We got Wes Martin and Ross Pierschbacher.
Ross P. Coltrane.
Ross P. Coltrane.
Peace Baker.
He's about
Peace Baker. Pierce Bach.
his name is Pierschbacher. That's about the most like if you're going to play in the NFL with a name like that, you got to be like an offensive lineman, just so you can fit the name on your jersey.
Ross.
We got Cole Holcomb from North Carolina, linebacker. We got Kelvin Harmon, wide receiver from NC State. I think that's who you were talking about. I was thinking about the guy we got from just missed UVA, James Madison.
Yeah, I'm talking about Kelvin Harmon.
I think you're talking about Kelvin Harmon. The guy's kind of fast.
Yeah, I need to look.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Are you thinking about Kelvin Harmon because of something you've seen about him or something that Josh has told you he's seen about him and then didn't show up to talk about it in the podcast?
No, I was reading the stats I was reading the draft profile on like NFL.com.
Yeah.
And it says he has a chance to become an NFL starter, and usually in the 7th round, it's usually like
Like a slack guy.
no, it'll say possible special teams contributor.
Oh, that's right. I did read about that with him, though, is that he's really good at special teams.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
and that was the whole reason they got him.
yeah, and this guy has a chance to play, from what I'm reading. He's from Liberia, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
He won the Philip
president
Rivers
of-
Award for the
Isn't
top.
the president of Liberia like a guy? Oh, what is his name? He's that old soccer guy. He's like the only soccer guy from Africa who ever won Player of the Year.
I don't know.
I don't know. The president of Liberia is a soccer player.
But
So
listen to
I mean,
this, dude.
if we're gonna get like athletes from there, hopefully hopefully they have good stock. Hey, they've got a president who's a soccer player.
Dude, last
Excuse me.
year,
Football.
Last year,
World football.
Harmon. It says Harmon's best game last year was against Clemson, when he had 155 yards and a touchdown on 8 catches against
Oh,
Clemson.
wow. Where the N stands for knowledge.
First team All ACC as a junior. He had 1,186 yards and 7 touchdowns on 81 catches in 12 starts. I mean, he could be a solid starter, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the wide receiver bank is wide open. You've got to beat Quinn. Josh, never going to live up to my potential dachshund. Mo Harris? It's wide open, man.
Dude,
Get
Mo
in there.
Harris isn't on the squad anymore.
Oh, is he gone?
He left
Did they cut
last
him?
year.
Oh.
I don't know where he is. Herzing says he's in New England.
Oh, man. I hate it when I hear that because you think right away, you're just like, oh, man, Mo Harris. New England. Every time New England signed somebody, even when they signed that big fat like doofus that we got, Hainsworth.
It's like, which one?
Big double super fat.
Which dude?
Welcome to CC's, guys. Yeah. Every time New England signs people, even like him, you're just like, oh, man, they're going to get the best out of him. Sometimes they don't. They didn't with him, so.
Dude, you're never going to believe who's in the chat room.
Oh, let me see. Chris J.
Well, he's always there. He's
David
diehard.
Herzing. Yeah. B&G Buns.
B&G Buns is in the chat room.
Nice. I just
Way to
typed
go.
in Buns.
AKA Rabbit Reds.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up, B&G Buns?
Bunza.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, so we've got some guys that can compete for the wide receiver position.
We've drafted 2 guys that very well could be guards or something like that. We re-signed Bergstrom, just in case we need him again.
Oh, we did.
We signed him the other day.
And we talked about Ross Pierschbacher. We didn't talk about we got Wes Martin from Indiana. He looks like a strong.
Oh yeah, dude. You gotta tell
middle.
us all about Wes Martin. Your dog.
I watched him play
Indiana.
0 times, but I did watch some film on him.
Yeah.
And he looked pretty sturdy in the middle. Like, he has a chance to compete. I mean, he's going up against Eric Flowers, dude.
Dude,
Bust.
if we can't get Eric Flowers to do something because he sucked. He's
moving from tackle to guard though, so he might be a little bit better.
Yeah, and I mean the Giants were kind of a cluster buckle at the offensive line the last couple of years anyway. So I don't know if Bill Callahan, if anyone can fix him, it'll be Bill Callahan, or this is his last team and he'll be out of the league in a year. So we'll see.
Dude, for the moment,
yeah,
we are not the butt of all the NFC East jokes.
No, we're not.
We better lay low, though. We better lay low.
Well, we had a really good draft, especially looking at the first couple of rounds. I mean, we got the 2 guys in the first round. We got Bryce Love. Was Bryce Love in the 4th round, right?
4th round.
4th round. And we got this Terry McLaurin guy in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
I think we've got some pretty good I think we're doing really well. As far as the offseason is concerned, because it is the Redskins after all.
I mean, if this Bryce Love guy turns out to be as good as he was before his injury, then we could have him, Geis, AP, and P. Ryan's going to be gone.
If P. Ryan makes it through training camp and stays on the team by opening day, I'll be amazed.
Yeah, Chris Thompson. Don't forget.
I will send you a quarter. If P. Ryan is on the roster on opening day.
P. Ryan will not be on the roster. As long as someone doesn't break another tendon.
Yeah. I was just thinking that. As long as no one tears something up.
Yeah.
Did
what
we
do you know
draft
about
some
this
quarter?
Cole Holcomb guy?
It's Cole Holcomb. Is that the guy from North Carolina?
Yeah.
I've read that he's kind of a leader. He could end up being a leader on the team. I really haven't paid much attention to Carolina, and they're now like fired redneck coach. The last like 3 seasons because they got busted in that humongous cheating scandal where they had some intern like taking everyone's exams across like multiple sports, and now like no one good is signing there. So I was really kind of surprised to see that we got someone from there. But we're really trying to fill that inside linebacker area.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where he's going to fit in. We'll see.
We also still have Sean Dion Hamilton, who played pretty well last year. And
Yeah.
towards the end.
I mean, yeah, and guys like him have only been here a year, so we got to see what's going to happen. We'll see.
Well, this guy, he says he's led the Tar Heels in tackles for the last 3 seasons. So
It's pretty good. Tar Heels, yeah, thank goodness, because the Tar Heels are not good.
Yeah.
Now,
Anyway,
if he played like free safety and he led them with tackles, I don't know if we really want that guy. It just meant that he just had a busy day.
it just means he had a Cole Holcomb. He sounds like a race car driver.
Cole Holcomb. I'll raise your ass.
I'm gonna see what his draft combine profile says about him. He has a chance to, you ready for this? NFL backup or a special teams potential.
Yeah, buddy.
And he was in the 5th round. See, that's what I'm saying. Our 7th round pick, Kelvin Harmon, has the potential to be a starter.
Yeah, maybe. With us.
He has a higher
both
grade.
those guys are drafted in positions that we really need help in, so we'll see.
Everyone has a chance to be a starter for us. I saw that RG3 decided he needed to tweet and weigh in on the situation with Haskins.
What the hey?
Know your why.
Is that what he said?
No, he basically was like, hopefully they will be patient with you, sir.
Are you kidding? As soon as I saw like the next morning, I was like, who's the Redskins draft? Dwayne Haskins and then Montez Sweat. And I was like, well, those guys are going to start in week 1.
Yeah. Odd body.
Odd body Sweat. I think that's the name of this podcast. Odd body Sweat.
Odd body.
Odd body.
Lip liquor sweat.
It's like that one guy that was in
The lip
what's that
liquor.
movie? What is that movie? With the staple with what's his face playing the staple guy with the stapler
Office Space.
Office Space. And it's like one of the 2 guys that came in to like to fire people and everything. It was like he was like, "Hey, you want to do something?" Blah blah blah. And he goes,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Whoa, dude, that's weird."
Oddie sweat body. Oh man. Okay. All right. Who else did we get? We already did in-depth analysis of the quarterback position. It's nice to have a quarterback on the team that doesn't have a broken leg.
Yeah, right.
Right now.
Sorry, Case Keenum. Case Keenum instantly went from being in like the last like 2 weeks. He went from being, Colt McCoy, son is still in a broken, has a broken leg and is had his 3rd surgery and everything. And you're like, whoa, what the hey? What's going on with that? I guess he's going to be starting, And then like a week later, just like Case Keenum, 2nd team.
Yeah. Did you actually think we weren't going to draft a quarterback, though? I knew we would draft one, even if it was in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Well, I went to sleep right after. I think the Giants picked 6th.
No, you were awake for the first pick because I texted you about it.
Yeah, but I didn't respond until like the next morning.
Yeah, you did.
I did not. I heard the
maybe
Daniel
you
Jones thing. I heard the Daniel Jones pick, and I was just like, oh, well, that's who we... Because you, I, and Josh all said that we're probably going to get the guy from Duke. And
I
instead
said we should trade back and get him, is what I said. I was thinking best available at 15, and then trade back and get that guy in the beginning of the 2nd round or late 1st.
Yeah, and then the Giants pick him at 6th. Dude,
the Giants fans reaction in Nashville was pretty cool. They were like,
there was that long-haired dude that was wearing the jersey, that was wearing some white jersey, right? White, like Giants jersey. He was like,
there was one guy that was just like,
but seriously, they've had 2 years. Like Eli Manning has sucked against everybody but the Redskins. So,
yeah.
I mean, who do you want? Apparently, they wanted Daniel Jones.
Well, yeah, and now they're saying that Haskins has a chip on his shoulder because the Giants didn't take him.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder that gets drafted on somebody.
Unless you're the first guy, then you don't.
Unless you're the very first guy. I've got a chip against last year's draft.
I got a chip against the guy that got drafted last year because he got drafted before me. Quinn got drafted before all these dudes.
Dude, Quinn totally got drafted before all these guys.
I gotta say, I'm with B&G Buns here. I was worried that we were gonna do something dumb and trade up like we did for RG3, but maybe we learned our lesson, and I was happy to see that Bruce Allen and the other people that decided on the picks had matured a little bit and
the Aaron
where they were.
Right. So. Oh man, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. I forgot what it was. Oh,
It all depends.
It all depends.
No way.
Oh no! Oh, that's right. So, Aaron, are you upset that the Redskins did not trade the first round pick and next year's like second and like 4 other draft picks for your favorite quarterback in the NFL, Josh Rosen?
Oh, dude. Okay. We discussed that because we haven't done a podcast in a while.
Yep.
I was. You
were just like,
I told you that if we traded for Josh Rosen, I was going to stop watching the team.
Which
that
never
dude
happened. But
dude, he can't even throw a screen pass.
he was not even that good at UCLA. I didn't understand why people like he's really NFL ready. I'm like he's got like a big quarterback body. It doesn't mean that he's good. Yeah, I was just like, and then they ended up like trading him for a second round pick because everybody was just like, we don't want him. I don't want him. I don't want him. So the Arizona Cardinals just held on to him for. I mean, second round pick is all right, but they picked him like what 10th last year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So they went from first to second, I guess.
So they traded him to the Dolphins.
Trend to the Dolphins, yeah, who do not have a quarterback.
So I guess the Dolphins were considering taking Haskins or getting a high-end player and then getting Rosen.
Maybe.
Because they traded like the next day. Don't they also have Fitzpatrick?
Fitzmagic.
I don't know.
That dude's got a huge beard.
So, all right. So I don't know anything else about these other dudes that we got, but what about the undrafted guys? We need to talk about those guys at all, or is it just camp bodies?
I think they're camp bodies. I think it's my first name is Butt. Yeah, that's
sometimes
pretty
a
much
camp
what we
body
got.
makes the team.
You might get a Fincher the clincher.
Venture the clincher.
He might last for a couple years, maybe.
Yeah, you never know.
We thought that Spate guy was undrafted, but he was actually drafted like a few years ago, like late rounds, but we forgot about that.
B&G Buns is concerned about the depth on the O-line being neglected. I would have liked to see an O-lineman drafted higher, I got to say. At least in like the 3rd, 4th round. And that running
We got
back
one
pick,
guy in the 4th round, though.
I thought he was in the 5th.
We got your guy from Indiana. Maybe it was early 5th.
I think it was 5th.
Excuse me, I can't remember.
But that's why I texted you and I was like, a running back? But then now that I've looked at this guy's stats and saw some of his highlights, out of all the highlights that I've seen for these players drafted, his were the ones that made me the most excited, actually.
He's good.
Yeah.
He was really good out there. I think he can be a really good NFL guy.
You're right, dude. Wes Martin was picked in the 4th round, the 29th pick, late 4th.
29th, yeah.
So we did go 4th, 5th round with offensive linemen.
Yeah, and I mean a lot of unless you're getting like a blue chip guy, you're not really going to draft an offensive lineman like
Top.
mid for the 15th pick.
Like, where did we get Chase Rolle? Like fifth
Sixth
round?
round. Sixth
Sixth?
round. Yep.
Yeah, and he's solid, dude. So
He
I
is.
mean, these guys have a chance of. I mean, they're not flashy. They're like guards.
I know. Yeah, exactly. And
mean,
and guards, guys like that end up like starters in the NFL for a number of years. They end up going like some of them are end up going in like the mid to late rounds. So we'll have to see how it goes. I'll take a flyer on any of them over this Eric Flowers guy.
This Eric Flowers guy is. We didn't pay much for him, right? Did we get him?
No.
He just got cut, right?
He got cut by Jacksonville, or his
Giants.
contract ended.
I thought he was on the Giants.
He got traded to Jacksonville, and then I think the end of the season he became a free agent. But no one wanted to sign him. You know why? Because he sucks.
He sucks as tackle, but maybe they saw something where they can get him to play better at guard, where he doesn't have as much responsibility. You don't have to move as much. Think
Yeah,
about it.
really. Yeah.
You don't
Move
have to
too
do
much,
that
you're
move where
bouncing
you
into
turn-
another 300-pound dude.
So I mean, maybe between him, these two other guys, we got Bergstrom. Who else is coming back from injury? Scherf is coming back from injury.
Scherf should be back. Yeah.
We lost what's his face? Didn't we try Nitschke?
We lost Ty Nitschke. I always thought he was overrated. Anyway,
Who's on the
he
roster?
could start on tackle for half the teams in the league. I really don't think he could, honestly.
I'm trying to find the roster.
The person I'm worried about the most is Morgan Moses. I mean, he's that close, teeny tiny bit close to getting one more like major injury and not being able to play again.
Oh, I know.
And the same thing with Trent, but Trent always seems to come back.
Dude, I'm looking at the Redskins depth chart here, and I don't even know when the last time it was updated. Probably never. They don't have any
Do they have
backup right tackle.
Your Spocker in there?
There's literally no backup tackles at all. We
That
don't
makes
have
sense.
any. Do we have
Yeah.
any?
I don't think so. No.
None.
Do we have any? I don't think so.
Oh my goodness. They got Tony Bergstrom as our starting right guard. This has got to be old. They don't even have what's his name. They don't even have Scherf on here. This is probably from like the
It's
last
from
game
like
of the
last
season,
year, yeah.
where there was like no one. If you look at the running back, we have a first, a second, no third string running back, and then P. Ryan is the fourth string running back. Literally, it's on the depth chart that way.
Yeah, that's about right.
You're not our third string guy, dude. You're our fourth string guy. Who's the third string guy? No one. We'll go with playing
Nobody.
Because you fumble, so we'd rather just not have a running back if he gets that far down the line.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
always
don't
a
know.
bad thing. When you get a fumbling guy, man, I mean, he just needs to be cut. No one's going to re-sign him, or no one's going to sign him once we cut him.
Yeah.
Jeez,
I am with B&G Buns in that I think we need to get a few more offensive linemen in here somehow.
I think so. Oh, dude, don't forget we got that Josh Woodrum guy at quarterback.
Who?
Don't you remember him? He played in the AAFLLL.
Oh,
league.
yeah. The AFL.
The AAFFL.
AAF. Our
AAF.
we decided our team was going to be the Birmingham Iron, and they made the playoffs, and then the next week there was no more games.
We're just like Iron. They seem defensive. They seem like they've got some skill. I guess they were all like triple. I mean, it was like watching minor league football.
They had a chip. Yeah, but at least we could watch football through the months where we normally couldn't.
That's true.
They all had chips on their shoulders. I don't even know what that means, to tell you the truth.
I've got a chip, dude. I've got a chip on my shoulder.
But anyway, I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say. Yes, we do need to get some more O linemen in there. Hopefully we can find a solution there. And we need at least someone as a backup tackle. It's not going to be Flowers. He sucks.
We got two long snappers. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, the quarterback thing. So we've also got that Josh Woodrum guy, and then we also have what's his name? Josh Jackson, or who was the guy that played for us at the end of the year?
That guy's not on the roster anymore. Because he only signed through the end of last year. He's not on the roster.
Oh, so we don't even have to cut him.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, all right. So
we've got 5 quarterbacks on the roster, including Alex Smith.
Yeah,
right
but only
now.
2 of them don't have broken legs.
Two of them are both broken legs.
Well, it's gonna be this.
Woodrum's from the minor leagues.
But you know what it's gonna be, though. Oh, dude, I just found a tick on my foot. I went for a hike.
What?
For the podcast, I went for a hike in the woods. And I was just scratching my sock line, and there's a tick. I got it.
Yuck.
I got it right here in my hand right now.
Ugh.
It's one of those little teeny ones that are so hard to see. You know what I mean?
Ugh. Ugh.
Those are the little buggers that'll get up in your
anus.
get up on your sack if you're not careful.
Get up on your sack. You're like, what's on my sack? My sack keeps itching.
Why does it itch? I think I killed this guy with my finger. Here he is.
You have to burn them. You have to burn them. Burn.
See him?
Barely. Looks like a red dot on your finger. It's all blurry. You have to burn them.
No, I killed him by squishing him with my fingernail.
Yeah, that's good because,
Anyway, yeah, I got confused by the tick. But what else do we need to add? There is another draft pick we didn't bring up. Our second 7th round pick.
The second to last pick in the draft?
His name is Edge, which is a new position. I don't know if you've noticed this trend.
I've heard of that. Edge is a position. All I do is edge.
It's like a linebacker / defensive end, right?
So it's like the 3-4 like outside linebackers. Now they're called edge.
Or they line up on the line. So
yeah,
whatever those hybrid dude, whatever position you want to call him, Edge. His name is Jordan Brailford.
Oh yeah, that's right. I heard that and I was just like, Brailford. Not like Braille, just Brailford.
And let me see. I don't know anything about him. Do you?
Nope.
We did get another Alabama guy, that
that Pincherbacher guy.
Pincherbacher. Oh, we didn't talk about Jimmy Moreland. That dude is a cornerback.
The guy from James Madison.
Yeah, he's supposed to actually be pretty good.
In like the minor leagues of football. In college football.
No, they said he's like a ball hawk.
He played for James Madison, man.
I don't care. He had 18 interceptions.
I mean,
18 is like 17
that's cool, but
and a half more than Josh Norman.
Because they play people like Elon and Radford.
Radford doesn't have a team.
Are you sure?
Yes. Undefeated, dude.
They play teams like that. It's like every time they play a team like Purdue, they get like boat raced every time. So I mean, he's I don't know. I mean, we had London Fletcher. He came in from a Division II college, which is even lower than that. And I mean, he had a long, productive career between Buffalo. What was he like with the Rams and Buffalo, and then with us? Is that what they did? Is that what he did?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it was number 58.
8.
But those guys kind of feel.
Wait, what was his real number? His real number was 58, right?
59.
59, and on
the ticket 59, but on the ticket it said 58 because it looked like he had a 58 from marketing guy that didn't, I don't know, watch the team that he worked for. Yes. Oh, he looks like he has a number 58, man. I'm just gonna go number 58, man. London Fletcher, number 58.
We're like, why does our ticket say 58? Oh my goodness. Yeah, but anyway, I think that Jimmy Moreland guy might have a chance of making the squad.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I mean, sure, dude, everybody has a chance to make the squad.
It's ours. I mean, the pundits in Vegas were picking us to win 2 games this year. One was against the Dolphins and one was against the Giants at home. So, if we do better than that.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. I used to be more optimistic than I am now, but 20, however many years it's been without us winning a Super Bowl.
1991. Last time we won a Super Bowl.
We're going on like almost 30
I
years.
tell
Dude.
students every year, I'm like, when I was your age, high school student, I'm like, when I was your age, the Redskins used to win Super Bowls. Like multiple Super Bowls. And they're like, whatever, Mr. Adams.
And even go to other ones and not win.
Yeah.
B&G Bun's excited to see AP and Geis. Me too.
I am too.
I'm also excited to see this Bryce Love, dude.
Have they added on like a separate room to train guys back from ACLs?
There's
At
like
Redskins
the
Park.
there's the Joe Theismann Memorial Leg Room.
Joe Theismann Memorial broken leg just for quarterbacks.
And then the
This
ACL room.
There's another room here. It's just for ACL like running back guys.
You got Geis and Chris Thompson and Bryce Love hanging out there. Oh man, I was really pumped to see Geis last year. It was pretty depressing that when he went down on that first long run in the preseason.
He looked so good on that first run. At the end, you were like, "Oh, it looks like he's a little bit hurt."
Yes.
Or
no.
The season.
Yeah, we knew it too,
Fuck.
dude. You totally knew it as soon as it happened.
Yeah.
I was hoping not, but anyway, do we want to round this out and then maybe come back sometime soon and talk about the camp bodies?
Dude, we can come back and talk about MVP Tress Way.
Dude,
Wait, Tress
don't
Way.
ever kick at the camera again on the podcast. We don't want to see that pasty white thigh on the camera.
Man, I'm about as white as they can come, man. I am like, wow, that's so white.
Oh my goodness.
Episode 467. So, dude, we didn't even thank our longtime benevolent sponsor.
Yes, we'd like to give a shout out to our longtime benevolent sponsor and Redskins fan, Desmond Seeley. You can reach him at Desmond Seeley 2 on Twitter.
That's right, because Desmond Seeley 1 is taken.
Or hacked.
And you can check us out at Harry Hogg, Harry Hogg, on Twitter. Check out our website, harryhoggfootball.com.
Yeah, our website has been simplified down. Now you basically go there and you either can click on the latest video podcast or audio podcast.
And there you go.
That's it. And it should load automatically if it's still working, right? And,
yeah, true.
check us out on YouTube, which is youtube.com/HarryHogg, I believe.
Yep.
And
We got 100 subscribers. How many subscribers do we have? Excuse me, at this point.
109.
Yeah, 109, baby.
Make sure you go click there to subscribe to the podcast, and it will notify you whenever I think you had to click another button to be notified, right? Anyway,
think so.
It'll notify you when we're going live on the air, and then you can hop into the chat room with our friends like David Herzing, B&G Buns, Chris J in the UK.
Et cetera, et cetera. But
People like that. I expect to see Will and Maryland on here this upcoming season,
I think so.
if he can
We have to
figure
run
out the
into him.
technology.
Yeah. Yeah, do it.
If we can figure it out, you can.
Yeah, we're working on it still.
Anyway,
All right, dudes.
I think that wraps it up. We'll talk to you guys soon. Probably not next week, but
Soon and for the rest of your lives.
we'll come at you soon.
We'll be coming to you soon.
Just like Kelvin Harmon.
Did you know that Kevin Harlan and that Beth Mullins had a kid?
You're
I
always
don't know.
talking
Josh
about.
thought I was telling the truth. I was just like, no, dude, they sound like brother and sister, man.
It's
Weirdo.
not Beth Mullins.
It's Beth Mullins.
That's not his wife.
No, I know that, but Josh thought that she was. And I was like, no, dude, they just sound like the same person. So anyway, check us out. Harry Hogg on Twitter. Check out our website. Check out our podcast. All that good stuff.
Send us some email, Aaron at harryhogfootball.com. It works again.
Yeah, John, harryhogfootball.com.
Might work.
Might work. I think it'll work.
Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Hail to the Redskins, and if you see a Giants fan,
you know what to do.
Yo, go!